everyone, welcome back for another video. I've been getting a lot of requests as to how I made my base for my Suncast entertainment shed. Today I'm going to be going over how I did that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest videos. So last year I had my fence replaced, and while I had my fence replaced, I also had river rock put down in this area of the back of my yard. This is what that area looked like prior to me assembling the base and shed. The first thing I had to decide on was what size base I wanted to construct for my shed. The manual that comes with the shed comes with a platform critical spacing guide that includes a 98-inch by 86 and 3/4 inch platform. I used this guide and then expanded upon it in order to make my platform. My base is roughly a little over 10 feet by 11 feet. For the footings of my base, I ended up going with tuff blocks. These tuff blocks can be found at Lowe's, and when using them, they can be stacked by multiple tiers in order to help create a level surface. The area I was constructing on wasn't completely level, so in order to level it off, I needed to use some all-purpose gravel. This gravel can be found at Lowe's as well. When installing the gravel, you need to make sure that you tamper it in order to create a level compact surface for the tuff blocks to sit on. As you can see here, once I was able to finish my initial framing, I was able to hang the joists across using joist hangers. I used 2x6 treated lumber for my joists as well as my perimeter here. When constructing the perimeter, please make sure that it's completely level prior to installing any type of joists. Here's a picture of the plans that I had previously designed for this base, expanding upon the one that was provided by the manufacturer for the shed. While constructing the base, I changed my plans slightly and ended up adding in intermediate blocking throughout in order to create a more stable base. In addition, I also added a sistered beam to the area that overlaps with the plywood and the trex decking. I used 3-inch wood deck screws for the exterior framing as well as the interior blocking. For the joists, I ended up using 1.25-inch screws in order to secure the joist hangers to the exterior framing. You don't want to use a large screw for this, otherwise they will start to stick out on the outside, since the wood is only 1.5 inches thick. Once the framing and blocking was complete, I was able to install the plywood for the back section where the shed itself would sit on. For this area, I ended up using roughly 3/4-inch thick 4 by 8 foot sections of plywood. The one section ends up overhanging slightly, so that will need to be cut off. Prior to installing the plywood, I ended up painting it. I used an exterior Sherwin-Williams paint from Lowe's called Grizzly Gray. Here are the dimensions of the plywood portion of the base installed. Once the plywood was secured using 3-inch wood screws, I was able to install the trex decking. I had previously pre-cut 22 sections of 4-foot-long trex decking. The trex decking that I ended up using was the Trek Enhanced Basics 1-inch by 6-inch by 8-foot clamshell square composite deck boards. These boards could be found at Lowe's, and to install them I used composite trex decking screws. I made sure every single board hit every single joist with at least 2 screws per joist along each board. Once the trex decking was installed, I was able to put down the base that came with the shed. Now, when you're putting this base down, it's extremely critical that you make sure that it's aligned with the critical attachment points that were previously pointed out earlier in this video. I went with 3/8-inch lag screws with a 3/8-inch stainless steel standard flat washer to attach the shed base to the new wood base that was created. After that, I was able to start assembling the shed in place. This is what my shed looked like during assembly, as well as after it was finished. Here's the item list of all the materials that was used to construct the base, as well as the quantity and cost per item. Now, with the quantities here, I overestimated for certain things, such as the actual lumber, as well as I had 2 additional pieces of trex just in case I made a wrong cut or in case any of the wood came in damaged. All of this was ordered from Lowe's with the exception of the lag screws, which I just got on Amazon. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want more videos of this shed, please post some comments as to what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching.